Hello, welcome to Cerritos High School. We are so excited that you're a part of our school. I'm going to be presenting on a lot of information, and it's not to overwhelm you, but just to provide you a little bit of guidelines and an understanding of what Cerritos High is all about. I like to start by giving you an agenda, just an idea of what to expect in this presentation. I'm going to go over our Cerritos High School counseling team for this particular school year. I'm going to go into a little bit of a background on Cerritos High, provide you a brief overview on A through G and graduation requirements. And I will also give you a little bit of an overview on class options on a generic format, not too specific to each grade level, as that would take us a long time. So at Cerritos High School, we count with 6 school counselors and a college and career advisor. This is organized by last names. So you would just locate your last name's first letter, and that would be your counselor for this school year. Things may change over the summer, not sure, but as of now, this is our current counselor alpha breakdown. We also count with a college and career advisor who is also available to provide information on college and career guidance. On the bottom, we have a QR code for our Instagram page. We strongly encourage everybody to follow us, keep up with our events and recommendations, tips, and tricks. And on the right side, we have a QR code for our school counseling websites, which provides a variety of information that I will explain. So on our main website, which is cerritoschs.us, you click on academics and then click on counseling. It will redirect you to the Cerritos High School counseling page. This area includes a multitude of information on college, how to find colleges, how to understand the difference between the colleges, what are the A through G requirements. We also have information on careers, students that don't know what they want to major in. We have some websites that provide guidance on that. We also have a resource page that includes info on food, on medical needs, mental health needs, things like that. We have info on dual enrollments, and then we also post a weekly email on there. So as a student, you will receive a weekly email on Fridays that highlight all of our upcoming events, information on scholarships that are specific to Cerritos High students, or internship opportunities, volunteer opportunities, even job opportunities are also on there. Now, if at any point you have any questions regarding Cerritos High, classes, or anything at all, the school counselor is the best person to reach out to. We are your liaison between everything and anything Cerritos High, so students that are looking for info on maybe how to study better, or are concerned about if they're on track towards graduation, or have questions about college, or students that are having a bad day and want to speak to their counselor, can always reach out to the counselor. And then again, a little bit of a plug on our Instagram, which is CHS Don's Counseling. I shared the QR code, but you can also just search for us at CHS Don Counseling. Now, on our Cerritos High School website, the main website, which is cerritoschs.us, when you first log on, you will see a little bubble that pops up, and it allows you to complete a Google form. If your student is absent, there's also a Google form if your student needs to leave early. Let's say they have a doctor's appointment or any other type of appointment, then you as a parent are able to submit a request. Absences do have to be completed by parents, not students. We also have our upcoming events, athletic, and also dances or any other events that are happening on our campus. And there's also a section that has staff information. So if you are not sure how to reach out to any of our administration or the counselor or any other staff members, you'll be able to find that information on the Cerritos High main website. So at Cerritos High School, we pride ourselves with reminding our students and our staff that at Cerritos, we follow the Cerritos Way, which means we're ready, we're respectful, and we're real. Ready basically means I am available as a student to come into school, and I'm ready to learn. I plan to be here on time. I will do my best. I will utilize resources. Now, speaking of resources, at the beginning of each school year, we provide students with school planners, and these planners are able to give them the opportunity to indicate what homework they have, or what tests they need to study for, or anything that they need to remember. Not all students like the planners. Students have other systems, but we do have this available for each student as a way to promote that writing down your homework and your to-do list is extremely important. unless they have already established a method. Now, it also means that at our school, we count with a lot of resources. So aside from the school counselor, we also count with 2 mental health professionals and also interns who are available to meet with students individually or in a group setting. And this is specifically for mental health support. Students who may have anxiety or may have experienced loss in their families or friendships, etc., are able to meet with mental health professionals. We have also had our mental health professionals run groups for grief and loss, groups for anxiety and stress. So there's a lot of great opportunities at Cerritos High for mental health supports. Academically, we count with tutoring programs after school and in the evening. Our tutoring program is called Our Power, and we run it Monday through Friday right after school for an hour in our 600 wing. And we have tutors that are there to assist in all subjects, but predominantly math and chemistry are the most popular ones. We also have evening tutoring, which takes place online via Google Meet. Students who are interested are able to receive a Google Classroom code and be able to join the Google Meets if they want to come in and ask a question, or if they want to stay there and hear other people's questions, because that also helps with learning. Now, at Cerritos, we count with a multitude of sports and great athletic programs. We have sports in the fall, in the winter, and the spring. Students who are interested in trying out for any sports at any season must complete an athletic clearance packet. You're able to find that information on our cerritoshs.us website under athletics and then athletic clearance. We also have over 40 incredible clubs that are very specific to special interests, cultural, academic, community service oriented. So there is certainly at least one club for every student, and we always want to encourage students to be a part of the club. It doesn't only look good on a college application, but it also helps them make friends, keeps them involved in their school, and just makes high school a lot more memorable and a lot more fun. So I strongly encourage that you talk to your student about joining a club the upcoming school year. Roughly around the 2nd or 3rd week of the school year, we have our club events. So every single day, we have either special interest or cultural academic day where all the clubs are out there promoting themselves, and students are able to walk around and get information on the club and hopefully join. Now, there is not a requirement to join a club. It is something that we encourage, but we don't mandate it. We also we're not asking for students to join 50 clubs. One club is more than enough, but if they want to do more, then even better. It helps them work on different skills if they end up running for office and they're working on those leadership skills. At Cerritos High, we also follow our respectful model, and what that means is that students are to bring all their items to school and be ready to learn, be here on time. Items cannot be dropped off for your students. Let's say your student forgot their homework. We completely discourage that, but if you want to bring their homework, you can. We have a drop-off table where parents drop off whatever it is. We put it in the drop-off table with the name of the student, and then student shows up at snack or lunch to pick up whatever it was. But we strongly encourage that your student prepare all their materials and bags and athletic needs the night before. Now, if you are looking to make an appointment with any of our staff, whether it be teachers, front office, or others, please send an email. It's very hard to accommodate people that are walk-ins because the staff members have a very set schedule. So if you could, please either call or email that individual to make an appointment. We also have a visitor management system where if you are here to meet with a staff member or do an observation, we ask that you bring a state-issued ID, and we're able to scan it through our management system. This is for safety reasons. Now, for food, we count with a cafeteria on campus, and we also count with vending machines. Your student is certainly able to bring their own lunch as well. A lot of students do bring their own lunches. However, we do not allow food delivery services, whether that be parents, Uber Eats, Postmates, DoorDash, etc., at all. And if you need to speak to your student, we can allow them to give you a call during snack or lunch. Now, just to reiterate a little bit about what the counselor supports your student with. So we support your student academically, we support them social emotionally, We work on their post-high school goals. We review their transcripts to make sure that they're on track for graduation, on track for college readiness. We support them with their college applications when they're seniors, share information on scholarships, and most importantly, we're your student's advocate. So we are there to make sure that your student is receiving all the resources and support that they need to thrive at Cerritos High. And again, another plug just to stay connected with Cerritos High Counseling on our website or our Instagram page. Now, not to overwhelm you, but this is just a little bit of an overview of what universities look for. So universities follow what's called a holistic approach. And what that means is that they look at everything that a student accomplishes in their high school career. Now, the biggest chunk of this is having a strong GPA, meaning a 3.0 or higher. The higher the GPA, the better. APs and honors classes do give bumps on the GPA. They do have limits though, so they typically are bumped or capped at 8 bumps for their whole high school career. However, universities still see how many APs and honors a student has taken. The SAT-ACT score is not a huge requirement anymore for many universities, but there are some that still require the SAT or the ACT. Now, many universities are what is called test optional, which means that if a student wants to take it, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. It's not a requirement. We are always encouraging students to take it, but it is not something that they must do. Extracurriculars are extremely important. So this is your student being involved in a sport or being involved in a club or outside of school, maybe at church, something religious or other groups or club sports. Community service is not a requirement, but it is something that's recommended by the universities. There is no magic number of hours, but it is something that looks good, also benefits the community, helps your student gain skills. There's a multitude of things that students can do community service-wise, and we have info on that on our Cerritos High Counseling website. Students are also required to follow the A through G requirements and again take challenging classes. Those are the honors classes, the AP classes. At Cerritos High, we count with a lot of AP courses, but students are not able to take them until they are in 10th grade. Universities will also ask about honors and awards. So what certificates have they received? What recognitions have they received? Any other awards or recognitions during their high school career can be input into a college application, nothing from middle school or earlier. And then lastly, universities will have students complete what's called a personal statement, also called a personal insight question. And this is the ability for students to really express who they are to the reader, the university reader. Have your students be a little bit more vulnerable, right? Get personal about their situation and give the reader info as to who they are outside of the transcripts. So this is called the holistic approach. And what that means is that universities are looking at every single thing. They're not focused on just one of these items. These are the A through G requirements. A through G is listed on here, and it basically indicates how many years of each subject a student has to take to be eligible to apply to a four-year university. So history, it's required to do it for 2 years. This is world history and U.S. history, 10th and 11th grade. English is required all 4 years. Mathematics is required for 3 years, recommended for 4. 90% of our students will do the 4th year because most students are doing it. It is almost an expectation. It's not a requirement, but it is something that we see often. Science, 2 years are required. 3rd year is recommended. This is chemistry and this is biology. Physical science, chemistry, life science, biology. 3rd year is recommended. We offer a multitude of science courses to fulfill this. Now, if a student does not like science and after biochem, they're done, they don't want to pursue more, that is okay. It is not an expectation, but we do want to see them pursue extra years of other areas. For example, foreign language, world language, the requirement is 2 years of the same language. However, universities recommend a 3rd year. So if your student takes a 3rd year of a language but did not take a 3rd year of a science, that would be okay. Now, if your student takes 4 years of a world language, then they're able to get what's called the Seal of Biliteracy, which is a seal that goes on their high school diploma that indicates they're bilingual, biliterate. We also give them a medal to wear at graduation. The requirements for this is to take the same language for 4 years and to get B's or higher as a GPA, 3.0 in these 4 years of the world language. Visual performing arts, 1 year is required, and we offer a multitude of courses for this area. And then letter G is college prep elective. This basically means that students are taking an extra year of something else, whether that's the math or the science or the world language or some more arts, or maybe they take a psychology class on our campus, ethnic studies, etc. Now, all these classes have to be C's or higher. If a student receives a D or an F, then they are asked to retake the course over summer school or during the school year through our credit recovery options. So this is just a comparison as to what we require for high school graduation and what the A through Gs require. They are similar, they do overlap in areas, but they're not identical. For example, for high school graduation, students must take 2 years of PE, whether that is the physical education class, a sport, or band. That also counts as PE. Now that is not an A through G, it is a graduation requirement. We also require 1 semester of health class. Some students will take it their freshman year through Intro to Med Health or Health Futures class. Other students will do it during the summer, but it is something that has to be completed. So overall, for graduation, students must have 230 credits. Each class is given the student 5 credits per semester. So students typically graduate overall with 240 credits. So just something to keep in mind, PE is a requirement, health is a requirement. That is not an A through G. The counselor will do a great job in making sure that students are following both of these areas if that is their goal to pursue the A through G eligibility. We count with the course catalog, so it is found on our Cerritos High website, which is cerritoshs.us. This catalog is very, very lengthy, but it has a lot of information on our courses, our CTE Pathways. It gives you course descriptions. There's also videos that the teacher that teaches the course has prepared to give students and families a little bit more of an overview on their course. So I strongly recommend that if you're looking to see what classes you might want to pursue, this is a great place to start at because it does have those great descriptions. So just to give a little bit of info on our CTE pathways, we count with a lot of pathways. Now, pathway is not a requirement at our school. Students are not expected to take a pathway, but if we do have a pathway that interests them, catches their attention, then it is strongly recommended. All of our pathways are A through G eligible, so if a student pursues a pathway, then it adds on to their A through G. The biotechnology pathway is our class that starts with biomedical science, or first year, and it pursues a course called Human Body Systems, and it pursues a third year called Medical Intervention. So this is a great pathway for students who are thinking about the medical field or are curious about the medical field. We also have our engineering design pathway. This is a 3-year program as well that focuses on engineering design, that teaches students 3D printing, that teaches students a little bit of robotics as well. So a nice overview into what engineering is all about. We count with a 2-year education pathway that students can start their 10th, mostly 11th and 12th grade year. This also covers child development and it covers intro to teaching. We have our production and managerial arts pathway. This is our intro to film and video production and our TV broadcasting, which is our Cerritos High TV station. So this is great for students that want to pursue video design or want to pursue journalism or broadcasting. We have our patient care pathway that starts 9th grade year with our Intro to Med Health and pursues either the pharmacy program or the sports medicine program that we offer at Cerritos High. Great programs for students that are looking to either go into the pharmacy sector or looking into kinesiology, sports medicine. That would be a great pathway to pursue. We have our Software and Systems Development Pathway 1, which covers cybersecurity and intro to computer science. This is great for students looking at computer engineering or computer science. Software and Systems Development Pathway 2, this goes into students pursuing computer science principles and a little bit of a deeper scale. So typically students that are interested in computer science, computer engineering will pursue both pathways all 4 years of high school. And we also count with our design, visual, and media arts. So this is our graphic design courses that cover graphic design overall, also go into video game design. At Cerritos, we count with great programs as well in other courses. We count with an AVID program. AVID is a 4-year program. Students are looking at learning how to make sure that they're on track towards A through G requirements. They're learning how to take notes. They're learning how to stay organized, study for exams, explore different careers and opportunities. We also have through AVID twice a week tutorials where college students are here to tutor students in whatever subjects or areas they are needing support in. We also count with the Phenomenal Band program as well that covers color guard, covers concert band, covers jazz band, and marching band. We also count with a wonderful Model UN program that starts 9th grade. Students can also start at 10th grade. And this program does require weekend participation, so it's important that students interested in this are aware that they may have a couple Saturdays during the year devoted to MUN because most of their conferences are on the weekends. However, this is a great program for students that are looking to explore their leadership abilities or public speaking abilities, learn about teamwork, and a little bit of friendly competition. We count with 6 different languages at Cerritos High that students are able to select from to fulfill their A through G requirements under language: Chinese, Filipino, French, Japanese, Korean, and Spanish. We also count with phenomenal opportunities within the arts, such as ceramics program, drama program, art program, and music. And other courses that are great to consider are our yearbook program, where students are able to work on their photography skills and their design skills to produce our yearbook. Our journalism program, where students work on our journalism newspaper, which is digital, but learn all about reporting and journalism. Psychology class, which is learning about the study of our brain and how that connects to our behavior. And ethnic studies, which is a new class that we will be offering in the upcoming school year, which is going to cover an understanding of different cultural backgrounds. So what's next? So as a incoming Cerritos High student, we are asking that you complete the Google form that was emailed to you. Through this Google form, you will indicate the classes that you want. And we also ask that you add alternative classes. We would love to give you everything that you're looking for. Sometimes the classes are full, or sometimes it doesn't work with the schedule because the 2 classes you want are the same period and you'd have to choose. So we prefer that you also give us the alternative classes should one of your classes not work. For example, you are interested in taking a Chinese language class, we would ask for an alternative language just in case it doesn't work out for you. And that would go as well for any of our elective courses. If you have any questions about anything that was covered in this video, please do not hesitate to reach out to the counselor or to myself. My email is provided at the bottom of this. Thank you so much. Wishing you a great day. Welcome again to Cerritos.